Good morning students. Today we will be discussing regarding the fetal skull. So as you know that fetal skull is some extent compressible and made mainly of thin liable tubular or flat bones forming the vault. So first we will see regarding the bones of the fetal skull. So there is two frontal bones, two parietal bones, one occipital bones, two temporal bones. So there is two frontal bones, two parietal bones, one occipital bone, two temporal bones on each side. So next we will be moving on to areas or regions of the fetal skull. So first region is vertex. So this is the area, we can call it as vertex. From here to up to here, this whole area we can call it as vertex. So vertex, it is a quadrangular area. You can understand it is a quadrangular area and it is bounded anteriorly by the brecma or anterior frontallae. So this particular area we can call it as a vertex. So front of this area anteriorly we can call it as brecma or anterior frontallae, and coronal sutures, this is coronal suture, this one. From here to here, this crown-like structure is coronal suture. So anteriorly coronal sutures and brecma. Then posterior to this part is mainly lambda. So this particular part is called lambda or posterior frontallae, and lambdoid sutures are available. Lines passing through the parietal eminence. This is the parietal eminence and lines passing through the parietal eminence. So this particular area we can call it as, from here to here we can call it as vertex. Hope you understood. The next area is brow or sinciput. The particular area we can call it as brow or sinciput. From here to here, this particular area is brow or sinciput. From here to here. So this brow or sinciput, it is an area bounded on one side by the anterior frontallae. As I told, one area is anterior frontallae and coronal sutures will be there. These are coronal sutures. And other side by the root of the nose. Other side by the, this is the root of the nose, this area. So this particular area from here to here we can call it as brow. It is bounded one side by the anterior frontallae and coronal sutures, and by one side by the root of the nose and supraorbital ridges you can see over either side. Fine. You understood the area vertex. From here to here vertex. Then this is called brow. From here to here is brow. So next area we can call it as face. So face is nothing but from this area to here we can call it as face. So this face bounded one side by the root of the nose. So one side is root of the nose and supraorbital ridges are there, and on the other side by the junction of floor of the mouth with the neck. So one side by the root of the nose and supraorbital ridges, and the other side by the floor of the mouth with the neck. So this area from here to here we can call it as face. So vertex and this particular area, this is face. So we learned regarding three areas: brow, face, from here to here vertex. So next area is sinciput. So sinciput is nothing but it is the area same like a brow. So from here to up to here is brow. So the same corresponding area we can call it as a sinciput. So these are the areas of the fetal skull. Next we will move on to sutures. So sutures, what do you mean by sutures? These are flat bones of the vault are united together by non-ossified membrane. These membranes we can call it as sutures. So flat bones of the vault are united together by non-ossified membranes are called sutures. And the wide gap between these bones are called as fontanelles. There are two fontanelles are there. So first we will see regarding the sutures. So you can see here lines are available. So first one is sagittal or longitudinal suture. So sagittal suture lines between two parietal bones. So sagittal suture lines between two parietal bones. You can see parietal bones and sagittal sutures. Next one is the coronal sutures. So the coronal sutures run between parietal and frontal bones on either side. As I told before, this is coronal suture. These two are coronal sutures. These two sutures like a crown it is. These lines lie between two frontal bones on either side. Then frontal suture lies between two frontal bones. This is frontal bone. These two frontal bones and frontal suture lies between two frontal bones. So frontal, parietal, this is parietal. Then coronal, this is coronal. Then next one is lambdoid suture. It will separate the occipital bone and the two parietal bones. So lambdoid, so this is called lambdoid suture. This is the lambdoid suture, and lambdoid suture lies between two parietal bones. These are two parietal bones and occipital bone. So once more, sutures, there are mainly four important sutures. First one is sagittal or longitudinal suture. This is sagittal or longitudinal suture between two parietal bones. Then frontal suture is between two frontal bones. Then coronal suture it is between parietal and frontal bones. Last one is lambdoid suture is between two parietal and occipital bones. Hope you understood the sutures. Next